Champion Kansas City Chiefs and the home of Southeast of Saline Sports. Local news, sports, and talk. KINA, 910 AM and 107.5 FM.
94.5 FM, KG Prime.
They will also throw out there on the offensive line Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, Brody Chambers, and Kendall Minimum to start. Here's the give to Gebhardt right up the gut. He has the left-hand side, and he is loose. Look out. First down and more across the 50. Gebhardt might house this one to start. Cuts back on a Blue Jay at the 30. Down to the 25. Inside the 20. Grady Gebhardt already down the field. A big play for Southeast of Saline. First play of the game, and Gebhardt got loose.
Go to what's got you here, right? Hand the ball off to number 30. Let him do his thing. Picking up a great block on the outside over there just late. Malachi Hopkins able to turn that defender to the outside, allow Grady to cut back. Big explosive play to start this game.
Big play already in the Case IH Red Zone, brought to you by Can-Equip in Solomon. Two wide receivers to the left. First down and 10. They go back to Gebhardt. Counter step back to the left. Gannon Jacobson signaling touchdown. That's because it is. There was no doubt the left-hand side of that offensive line had Norton sealed off, and Grady Gebhardt on 2 carries gets down the field, 67 yards on 2 totes.
72, Ian Nicholson. 73, Deacon Bear. Just absolutely annihilated the left side of that defensive line for Norton, allowing Grady Gebhardt 2 carries, 1 touchdown already. Let's get this game started.
It is started. Touchdown, Gebhardt, 2-point conversion. Now they're going to go for it in the back of the end zone. There's KB. Caden Berrigan in the back of the end zone. Southeast of Saline wastes no time. They come out on a statement drive. 11:28 left to go here. First quarter, Southeast of Saline, a 2-play drive, and they lead 8-0 on KINA.
Hey, Trojans fans, this is Angela Gebhardt, proud wife of Southeast Saline head coach Mitch Gebhardt. Just like the Trojans strive for excellence on the field, the Bank of Tesket goes the extra mile to offer top-notch checking accounts that fit your style. Whether you're managing your day-to-day expenses or planning for the future, our checking accounts are easy, convenient, and tailored for you. Plus, with your local roots and friendly service, we're here to support you every step of the way. Go Trojans!
Bank of Tesket, member FDIC.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Grady Gebhardt, a 13-yard touchdown run, but it was 2 carries of 67 yards. The first one was for 54 that got this game started. The 2-point conversion is good as Gannon Jacobson found Caden Berrigan in the back of the end zone. And Russ, boy, what a statement drive here by these Trojans.
Yeah, I just talked about it in the keys to the game. You got to start fast, and I don't know how much faster you can start than that.
Here's the kickoff. Malachi Hopkins right down the middle of the field. Be taken by the Blue Jays at the 20. Patient return. Ball on the turf. It's going to be fumbled. There's also a flag on the play. Now we have a scrum at the 40-yard line. Southeast of Saline saying they have it, but hold the break. We need to check the flag and see what's going on there at the 35.
They were still, I think they're going to give it to Southeast, but they were still looking on the ground for who had the ball. And I think Bryson Lippold had that thing. It squirted out free at about the 45-yard line, and he just stood there holding on it while the pile unveiled.
Holding Norton, Southeast of Saline keeps the ball. Holy cow, what a start. So Norton's going to fumble the kickoff. Southeast of Saline will have it, and they will have it at the 40-yard line. Here comes that Southeast offense once again. Again, let's give more love to that offensive line. From left to right, it's Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, the center, Brody Chambers, the right guard, Kendall Minimum, the right tackle. Those starters brought to you by the American Family Insurance Agency of Jeff Wells. Back to Gebhardt, and why not? He's going to negotiate the right-hand side this time, get inside of the 40-yard line to about the 38 on a gain of 2.5.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a Norton Blue Jay slow to get up. He still has not gotten up off the field. But, Devin, I think you're right. You got to feed the hot hand. I mean, why not go with the guy who's got you here, as it looks like the injured Blue Jay is going to be Corbin Puga is going to hop off the field over there, and that's a big blow for Norton for that guy. He goes both ways, 6'3", 280. Of course, we haven't had a chance to talk about how big this offensive line is for Norton because they haven't seen the field yet.
Southeast back ready to go. Pitch out, left-hand side, Gebhardt. That's where the successes come. He's got some space again, another first down the left-hand sideline, and back into the red zone he goes. Grady Gebhardt just breaking yardage off in big, huge chunks as the left-hand side of that offensive line for Southeast is eating here early.
Yeah, Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear once again. Chalk one up. Malachi Hopkins once again over on that far side, making a big block. Now you're going to get Canyon Douglas and Tucker Thaxton split out to that top side of the field.
That carry went to the 15. It went up 23 yards back in the Case IH red zone. Brought to you by Can-Equip. Gebhardt straight ahead again. We'll get no gain on this play, and it will be second down and 10.
You're okay there, right? You got to keep feeding them and keep them honest. Let Norton come up and stack the box, and then a guy like Tucker Thaxton may spring free on the sideline.
10:19 left to go. We're just underway first quarter. It's 8-0. Southeast of Saline. They scored on a 2-play drive to begin this contest. Gebhardt moves to the pistol directly behind Jacobson. Pitch out right-hand side. Gebhardt will cut back. He'll go against the grain this time. Has one guy to beat. Two blockers out in front. Jacobson destroys a Blue Jay. And Gebhardt gets into the end zone. Gannon Jacobson unleashed the cannon and buried a Norton Blue Jay. And Grady Gebhardt is into the end zone again from 15 yards away.
And every play right now is give it to number 30. But those guys, the other 10 on the field, knowing what their assignment is, and nobody better than Gannon Jacobson right there. That play was going to the right, well blocked. Grady plants that right foot in the ground, cuts left, finds number 5, decleats a Blue Jay, 6 for out Southeast of Saline.
A 13-yard run, a 15-yard run. Grady Gebhardt, 2 touchdowns, and Southeast of Saline misses on the incomplete pass for the 2-point conversion. But damage has been done here early to the Blue Jays. Let's see how Norton responds. 9:58 left to go first quarter. Southeast sprints out to a 14-0 lead here on KINA.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
If you were at the game at the Graves Sports Complex on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan, we salute you. Thank you for coming out and not being a quote-unquote, what did I say, a fair-weather fan. If you're listening on KINA or watching at home on SalinaPost.com, we appreciate that, as do the folks at Assyria Oil and Hardware. They are presenting live stream video tonight free of charge on SalinaPost.com. And they are happy to do that here in the playoffs for Southeast of Saline. Malachi Hopkins ready to kick it away. He's going to line drive it, taken at the 26-yard line by a Blue Jay. Now looking for some space is Melvin. He's going to cut it back to the 35, work to the 36, and then that is where Tice Melvin will be taken down. Let's check your Southeast of Saline defensive starters up front. Bryson Lippold, Drew Weller, Deacon Bear, Brody Chambers. Your linebackers, Amarian Hollub, Killian Vaughn, Grady Gebhardt, Canyon Douglas. He's the leading tackler on this Trojan defense. Gannon Jacobson is your safety. Your corners, Tucker Thaxton and Malachi Hopkins. The starters brought to you by the American Family Insurance Agency of Jeff Wells.
And I think we got to touch on Norton's offensive line real big up front. 235, 280, 265, 235, averaging 249 up front.
They're going to start Norton out here at the 37-yard line. Norton hands it off right up the gut, maybe falling ahead here for a couple of yards. It's going to be Logan Willauer. Willauer missed 3 games during the season, comes into this one, 45 carries, 320 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The main back, the feature back, is Tyler Backerman. 533 yards, 9 touchdowns for him. The leading rusher on this team is quarterback Eli Jones, who comes into this game with 118 carries, 628 yards, and 16 rushing touchdowns. Willauer on that play got 3. Second down and 7 for the Blue Jays. Operating from their own 41-yard line. There's a movement up front, and the official on the Norton side caught it. It was the right tackle that time for the Blue Jays.
I think the far side official caught it, and everybody in front of us here in the stands also had that one. So now, if you're Norton, you got to play in front of the sticks now. We've seen teams from Southeast that play Southeast that play behind the sticks a lot, and right now you're down 14-0 in a blink of an eye.
Killian Vaughn out there, linebacker, which still has that cast on his hand. Weller and Baird are going to switch here defensively. Weller goes out to the left end. Second down and 12 for Norton. They're going to pop it out. Backman on the right-hand side. Might have had some space to run that time, but around his ankles, hanging on for that ride, it was Kenyon Douglas. He's the leading tackler on this Trojan defense, and he prevented a big play there, bringing up a third down for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that was set up to probably be a 15, 20-yard gain right there, and Kenyon Douglas coming in, showing why he's leading this team in tackles, coming from that outside edge position, able to come in the middle and get the tackle to bring up a big third down early.
Third down and 8. It was an 8-yard gain, brings up third down and 5. Full backfield here for the Blue Jays. They're going to run the option. Stretching it out to the right-hand side. Jones looking for some space, diving forward to the 50-yard line, trying to get that first down. Let's see where they spot him. I think he has plenty of space, and he's going to have it by 2 right out to that 50-yard line. It was a gain of 6 yards that time on the first keeper for Eli Jones, the quarterback and the leading rusher on this Norton team.
Yeah, coming in 118 carries, 628 yards, and 16 rushing touchdowns. Does have 2 100-yard rushing games to his belt.
Other games we'll be keeping an eye on tonight besides that Madison-El Saline game. Games on our side of the bracket in Class 2A. Haven at Hoisington, Halstead at Beloit, Phillipsburg at Garden Plain. First down and 10 for Norton from the 50-yard line, right in the middle of that coyote. They're going to go heavy on the left-hand side, 2 wide receivers. Sprinting out, Jones has it, and then he's going to stumble down after a gain of about 2.5.
Yeah, good job right there up front by Southeast of Saline. And these 3 up front are going to be huge. Drew Weller, Deacon Bear, and Brody Chambers are going to have to be really, really big up front against this oversized offensive line to win this game.
Football sitting at the Southeast of Saline 47-yard line. Norton's first trip into Southeast of Saline territory. It comes with 7:09 left to go, first quarter. Southeast off to a quick 14-0 lead. Norton right now just trying to steady the waters. They hand off to Willauer. He is hit early, and he is going to be dropped. Drew Weller, first one in, and Willauer is going to struggle to back to the line of scrimmage. Now actually going to give him a yard.
Yeah, Brody Chambers in there as well, doing a good job of collapsing on that triple option play, not giving quarterback Eli Jones the option to even pull that one out to run the option to the far side.
Third down coming up for the Blue Jays once again. Football sitting at the 46-yard line. Norton needs to get to the 40 for a new set of downs. 2 wide receivers to the left for Jones. Looking right, checks back to the left, lets one fly, has a receiver. It's going to be complete at the 35. Hit from behind. The ball pops free, but it comes out of bounds. Kenyon Douglas came in after Jacobson had already made initial contact, and Douglas laid a pop, and that ball came right out of the chute and then landed out of bounds, luckily for Norton.
Yeah, good drop back, good pressure, plenty of time for Eli Jones to find Tice Melvin, his number 1 target, over there just running that drag route across the middle of the field.
15 yards on third down brings up first down for the Blue Jays. Football sitting at the 31-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield around Jones at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Here's the give. They sprint out to the right. It's Blackman this time, and he'll break the line of scrimmage, break the 30, get to the 29.
Kenyon Douglas once again looked like he was the one that coming up from the bottom of that pile as he's kind of bouncing around from one side to the other, along with Bryson Lippold out there as well. Killian Vaughn still with that big club on his hand as his hand still casted for this game.
Blackman's second carry of the game. That goes for a yard. Second down and 9. 5:49 left to go here first period. Norton's first offensive drive of the game. They fumbled on the kickoff to start after Southeast had the ball. Option to the right. It's going to be an option pass, letting it go down the right-hand side. And a battle for the football over there. Malachi Hopkins along with the intended receiver, Tice Melvin. And that ball goes out of bounds, incomplete.
And Tice Melvin almost had to play defender right there. Malachi had positioned himself well in bounds that if Tice doesn't come up and knock that ball down, that maybe drops in the lap.
Third down and 9 coming up. Ball sitting just inside of the 30-yard line.
Norton been able to pick up every third down so far on this drive, this being their third one right here, the farthest they've had to go.
They go heavy on the line. Now a receiver, it's Melvin coming from right to left. They try the end around, put it in his belly. He's going to run right into a crowd, and he's going to be bent back and pay for that carry just short of the 25-yard line, not near enough for a first down. He only made it to the 26. That's a gain of 4.
Oh, Eli Jones couldn't get that ball out of his hand fast enough. Brody Chambers come through. He was the unblocked guy that would leave Jones to make that decision, and as soon as Melvin was able to get that ball, Brody Chambers just absolutely lit up Eli Jones.
4th down and 4. It's decision time. Norton does not kick. They're going to keep their offense on the field. They haven't kicked all year, not even an extra point attempt. 4th down and 4. Big down here early on. Backs in the I formation. The play action. Jones wants to air it out. Has a receiver. It's going to be caught. And a first down. Ran out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A gain of 13, it looks like.
Tice Melvin again with that catch.
It's a gain of 9, Russ. First down.
Yeah, Tice Melvin just running that drag route across the middle of the field again. And Eli Jones having all kinds of time right now to find whatever receiver he wants as he drops back his offensive line, just doing a phenomenal job up front.
Melvin's the leading receiver on this team. Now, with that reception, 47 receptions on the year. First down for Norton at the 17-yard line. They go to Blackman, little counter play right-hand side, and he is popped and laid flat by Grady Gebhardt.
Yeah, not a guy you want to run into right there. He jumped and got out of one tackle, and then there's Grady Gebhardt, who was the leading tackler on this team earlier in the year. Of course, missed that stretch of games in the middle of the season, and really the rest of these guys in purple have stepped up.
Over 100 tackles last year as a sophomore. When he missed those games, Kenyon Douglas kind of took control of this defense from that linebacker level. Second down. Second down and 8 at the 15. Clock running, 3:51 left to go here first quarter. Backs in the I formation, 2 wideouts left-hand side. They want to go to the first man through. That's going to be Willauer, the fullback, and he is going to plunge his way down to the 10. Gain of 5. So Logan Willauer already has 3 carries for 10 yards in this game. We mentioned him missing 3 games earlier this season. He's a 6'2 senior, 210 pounds.
Yeah, and he is a load carrying the ball back there. And now, another third down here. We've seen Southeast in this bend-don't-break mentality all year where teams get in the red zone and are unable to find pay dirt.
3rd and 3 from the 10. Norton knocking on the door. They go full in the backfield once again. A running back on each hip and then one behind. And they're going to say procedure against Norton. This is going to be detrimental to the Blue Jays here. Or maybe they gave him a first down. Coaches are on the field on the other side. The team not going over there. We're trying to see what's going on. We'll get the call here. Delay a game.
Delay a game on the defense. So
Okay.
I wonder if it's that. We've talked about this multiple times about where the middle linebacker will clap and then everybody shifts. Really the first time it's been called that we've seen all year.
So they're going to go 5 yards, half the distance to the goal here, to the 5-yard line. It's going to be a first down for Norton. Put that in your mental bank for later.
Yeah.
First down and goal from the 5. Norton knocking on the door here as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. 2 wide receivers on each side. Willauer stays in the backfield with Jones. Keeper for the quarterback. Bounces off a couple of Southeast tacklers. He's going to work his way down to the 2 as Eli Jones kept it that time. Working his way down inside the 5. They're going to give him 2 yards and spot him at the 3.
Yeah, and it may be a lot of Eli Jones right here. Don't take any chances, especially with the weather. You don't want to run that misdirection for a chance for a handoff to slip, something like that.
This first quarter presented by Watkins Tree Farm. We'll tell you all about them when we get a moment. Second down and goal from the 3. Norton huddled up. Now they're out of the huddle. Back to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. 2 wide receivers left and right. Willauer in the backfield. Left hip of quarterback Eli Jones. Jones steps forward, barks out a different signal. Play clock running down to 2, down to 1. Now they're going to run it option, just quarterback keeper, left-hand side. He has to beat this Trojan defense, and he will. Eli Jones took on a couple of Trojans at the goal line, and he was able to win. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, and the senior quarterback from Norton able to get in the end zone for the first time for the Norton Blue Jays with 2:01 left to go here in the first quarter.
And that's Eli Jones' 17th rushing touchdown of the year. A good drive put together right there by Norton, converting on 3 third downs and then picking up that crucial first down on third down with the delay of game penalty. And they're sending a kicker out right here to attempt the extra point.
According to their stats, they haven't kicked an extra point all year long. Eli Jones is their punter, along with their quarterback. He's going to line up and look like he wants to go for it here.
They threw another flag that came in from the back judge. And I'm not sure what you're going to get here. Now it's all important. If it is on southeast of Salina, half the distance, I would think you would have to go for 2 right here.
Again, we are only educated by the stats that we are given. And according to those stats, they haven't kicked all year. It's a false start against Norton. And I don't think that in a driving rain with the wind blowing right in your face, this is the time you want to kick for the first time.
Yeah, it's tough there because now it's going to put it back. This is going to be a 25-yard extra point attempt, not a chip shot by any means.
They'll put it down at the 15. It's Tyson Melvin and Eli Jones. Melvin the holder, Jones is the kicker. Look out, they're a couple of skill players. They could definitely string it out. They are going to try to kick it. It is nearly blocked by southeast of Saline, but Norton is going to make it. Eli Jones on the extra point puts it through, and we have a 14-7 ball game. 2:01 left to go here in the first quarter. Southeast of Saline leading the Norton Blue Jays. You're listening on KINA and watching live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
This first quarter brought to you by Watkins Tree Farm, located southeast of Salina, 3445 East Hobbs Creek, past Assyria. Follow the Christmas tree signs placed along Old 81 and K4 Highway to Fraser Firs. That's where they're available Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Watkins Tree Farm. The kickoff here by Norton, southeast of Saline, has it. A good return back across the 40-yard line, and we will see Gannon Jacobson in the southeast of Saline offense for the third time. So far, Russ, they are 2 for 2.
Yeah, and right now it's been the Grady Gebhardt show tagged alongside with his offensive line. Still have yet to throw the ball, have yet to give it to anybody. They threw the 2-point conversion to KB, and then the 2-point conversion dropped when they threw it after touchdown. But right now, this offensive line having their way and feasting in the rain.
That drive by Norton, by the way, was a 14-play drive. Goodness. Here's the end around. Tucker Thaxton, his first touch of the day. He's going to be hit in the backfield and taken down all the way back to the 37-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard loss, and that one well scouted by this Norton defense.
Yeah, they read that one extremely well. Over there, Trevin Infield got off of his block on that left defensive end position, and Evan Watkins really had nowhere to go.
Can almost tell plays like that how much time somebody spends on film. You know, I mean, it's like something I recognize. I'm going to go get ball now.
And if you watch, Devin, these defensive ends for Norton have now scooted out just a little bit further, which not sure that's the right thing to do either when you can run it right up the middle. Look at all the guys in the box right now.
They will play some wide splits. This is a Norton team that plays a 5-2 defense. Here's Grady Gebhardt trying to get that yardage back, and he does, +1. It's a gain of 6, and will bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, there were 7, 8 guys stacked in the box within 2 yards of the football, all within the hashes, which we know we've seen the Southeast team do when teams stack the box against them as well.
So when we say that, it's 5-2 defense. It's 5 down defensive linemen, 2 linebackers. Then they will bring safeties up to help supplement those linebackers. It makes a team more susceptible most of the time to the pass, and you can kind of see that again right here. They only have 1 safety really on the field. Here's Jacobson rolling out left-hand side, has one-on-one coverage over there with Thaxton, and Thaxton wins. Rolled out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A first down for southeast of Saline to Tucker Thaxton.
Had that one nailed out right there as Tucker Thaxton just goes on a dead sprint. As soon as that defender gets within a yard from him, he plants that right foot. That ball was in the air by Gannon before Tucker even put that foot in the ground to cut to the outside. We've seen that play so many times this year, just run to absolute perfection.
Tucker Thaxton, for him, his 51st reception of the year, goes to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 17. Southeast of Salina in Norton territory once again. Design quarterback keeper for Jacobson. He's going to be arrested and back for a loss. It's a loss of 4 back to the 45. This Norton defense getting aggressive.
Yeah, and it's Trevin Infield once again, 6'1", 235-pound senior on that defensive end spot. So maybe look for Southeast again as they're just stacking guys inside, and they keep going, leaving these wide receivers with one-on-one coverage, which maybe you're just baiting them into throwing the ball.
That will be the end of the first quarter, brought to you by our friends at Watkins Tree Farm. Open Fridays 1 to 6, Saturdays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sundays noon to 6. Watkins Tree Farm. Back with more Trojan football. Southeast of Saline leads at 14-7 here on KINA.
Are you ready to make a meaningful impact? Join our professional healthcare team at Salina Regional Health Center. We're seeking dedicated individuals who are eager to provide exceptional care to our community. Our growing organization offers competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and opportunities for growth. We are committed to supporting you in your career. If you're ready to join a team that values compassion, teamwork, and outstanding patient care, apply now at srhc.com or reach out to me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources. Great careers start here. Salina Regional Health Center, we take care of you so you can care for others.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan football on KINA Sports.
Back to start second quarter action. Second down and 14. Grady Gebhardt spins off a Blue Jay, and he will be down to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5 once again for Grady Gebhardt. Now this will bring up a third down.
Yeah, big third down here as you're driving now well into Norton Blue Jay territory, and still a lot can happen right now. You got Malachi Hopkins here on the near side, KB, Caden Berrigan out on the far side. Tucker's going to join him now on the near side of the field.
120 yards unofficially for Grady Gebhardt already. Football setting at the 36. Third down and 5. Here's Thaxton in motion. They fake it to him. Now go to Gebhardt. Grady takes on a Blue Jay, and he's going to fight and claw all the way to a Southeast of Saline first down. That was a man challenge, and it's going to be one-on-one and Gebhardt winning the battle.
There was 2 man challenges, as you like to say right there. The first one was Ian Nicholson and Deacon Bear. Trey Droege in there now on the offensive line. But that left side, they have found something right there, and I don't know if it has anything to do with defensive end Trevin Infield coming into this game, 9 tackles for loss, already has 2 in the first quarter tonight.
Well, you take the kind of the old kind of wives-maid tale, and it's the guys that like to get in the backfield, you run right at them, right?
Yeah,
Keep them at bay, make them do their job. First down and 10. Jacobson fakes it to Gebhardt. Now he's got to string it out. Gannon has some space. 25-20, stumbling down into the red zone, and the third consecutive trip into the Case IH red zone, brought to you by Can-Equip in Solomon. Stop by their new state-of-the-art facility when you have a chance. It's right off I-70 at the Solomon exit.
2 key blocks right there. One, Malachi Hopkins at the receiver spot. The other one, Big Brody Chambers pulling around from the right side offensive line with a great kick-out block to allow Gannon to spring free to get enough for a first down.
That was a 14-yard carry that takes Southeast of Saline down to the 16-yard line where it's first down and 10. Jacobson now with 2 backs in the backfield, really one of them a slot to the left. Pitch out that side, Gebhardt. Grady's going to be hit early, still fighting, still protecting that football, and he's going to get a yard and a half.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see right there from guys carrying the ball, get 2 hands on it, but he's not going to woe up. He laid the blow on 2 to 3 Norton Blue Jay defenders right there and still got, well, they gave him almost a yard and a half, almost 2 on that play.
Takes it all the way down to the 14-yard line. 9:49 left to go here in the second quarter. Southeast of Saline leads it 14-7. We are at the Graves Sports Complex here at Kansas Wesleyan. Thank you for everybody from Kansas Wesleyan who helped to make this happen and give Southeast yet another home in the playoffs to come play when the conditions aren't so great. Here's a flag route out to the right-hand side, and it is wrecked. Holy cow. Tice Melvin coming in at the ankles of Tucker Thaxton right when Thaxton welcomed that ball into his hands, and it's going to be a loss for Southeast of Saline of about 4 yards.
Yeah, Tucker didn't have any chance at all to try to turn that upfield. That was read extremely well by Tice Melvin from that cornerback spot. Just as soon as the ball was snapped, he was reading and coming right up.
Ball at the 20. 3rd down and 14 now for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson in the pistol with Gebhardt. Play action. Now Gannon rolling out. He's rolling left. Gets around a defender. Now he doesn't. Gets grabbed from behind. And there's a receiver wide open in the end zone. How Gannon Jacobson was able to find Malachi Hopkins with a Blue Jay flying around his rear end, I will have no idea how that happened. Gannon Jacobson, Malachi Hopkins for 20 yards and a Southeast touchdown.
3rd touchdown of the year, Malachi Hopkins, but chalk that one up to Gannon Jacobson. That came down to getting just enough room, get just around the edge. One pump fake froze the defender long enough where then he was able to lean through, get it just enough on that pass where the cornerback had sucked up. What a great athletic play by Gannon Jacobson.
Here's a 2-point conversion attempt. This is big. Jacobson rolling out, looking, has 2 defenders chasing, put the curl move on. Now coming back against the grain, and it's incomplete. The defenders there got into a spot where they just had to kind of knock that down, and that's exactly what they did. Good defense that time by the Norton Blue Jays. But another Southeast of Saline touchdown. It comes with 8:44 left to go here in the second quarter. Southeast 20, Norton 7 on KINA.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Reminder, the high school football scoreboard show comes your way tonight here on KINA. From 10 until 11 o'clock, Eric Peterson will get you all caught up on who's advancing on, the scores from tonight. We'll even have some game wraps for you from across the state of Kansas. That's from 10 until 11 o'clock every Friday night during football and basketball season right here on KINA, and it's brought to you by the Salina Surgical Hospital. 20-7 our score. Malachi Hopkins ready to kick it off once again. He's going to angle this over to the left-hand side. It'll bounce at the 20. Blackman will take it at the 15 on a bounce, make his way to the 20, and then be escorted out of bounds by Bryson Lippold at the 23-yard line. 20-7. Now the onus goes back to the Southeast defense, Russ.
Yeah, you got to step up here and come up with a way to find a stop. You know, Norton, their first true offensive possession where they had it, drove 14 plays down the field, picking up key 3rd downs. If you're Southeast, you got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down.
First down for Norton, starting here at the 23-yard line. .8:39 left to go. Norton taking their time lining up here. Play clock already down to 7. Jones wants to throw. Here comes some heat. Lippold gets there, and so does a friend. Lippold got the first hit and forced Jones right in to Brody Chambers. Combo the sack, split it up, give them each a half, and put Norton back at the 18-yard line.
Good delayed blitz right there by Lippold. He dropped back, and as soon as he saw it was a pass, then he went ahead and went on. Wasn't really full pressure. Got picked up. Had Eli Jones step up in the pocket, there was Brody Chambers. He had to step back. There was Bryson Lippold. I think you get the rest of the story.
It's a loss all the way back of 6 yards to the 16-yard line. Boy, Lippold was relentless on that attack. Back to the 19. Here's the give to Blackman over left-hand side. He has his ankles chopped out from underneath by Grady Gebhardt. And he falls hard ahead to the 25, back to the original line of scrimmage.
The great tackle right there by Grady Gebhardt, because Norton had that play set up well. All their offensive receivers on that far side of the field, it was well blocked over there, and Grady just that last-ditch effort to go in and chop the feet out from underneath to bring up big 3rd down here. You got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 from the 24. Norton Puts one wide receiver out to the left. They have a couple of slot backs over on the right. Actually, a cluster of 3 wide receivers at the end of the line of scrimmage. Here's the pass over the middle, and it's going to be dropped. Boy, Jones hit his receiver in stride at the 40-yard line, and Jayton Weigel just could not bring it in this rain.
Yeah, and I don't know if he couldn't bring it in or he saw Malachi Hopkins out of the corner of his eye was coming over to lay the hit, and he kind of short-armed it. He did not stick his hands out all the way, did Weigel, to catch that. You find a way there to get off the field on third down.
This will force a team into a punting situation for the first time. That could be a big stand by the Southeast defense. Jacobson and Thaxton both back just on the other side of the 50-yard line. Thaxton standing in the eye hole of the Coyote at midfield. Here's the punt. It's a low-line driver from Jones. It'll go over the shoulder of Jacobson. He drops it, now picks it up at the 35. Jacobson still retreating, now looking for some positive space. Goes back to the right. He might have some room, but no blockers over there, and Gannon will just set it down at the 35-yard line and bring his offense back out for play.
Good job right there by Gannon Jacobson. He tried to make a couple moves, had nothing, just go down with it.
6:52 remaining. Southeast of Saline, 20-7. They will take over now and have the ball as we take a check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard.
Class 2A, a big one. St. Mary's Osage City tied 0-0 still. Nemaha up 7, Sabetha 0.
6:52 left to go here. Still working our way through the second quarter in a rainy Salina, Kansas.
End of 1, Haven 7, Hoisington 0. Of course, the winner of that game gets the winner of this game.
From the 35, southeast of Saline, offense back out on the field. 2 wide receivers to the right. They'll bring one of them in motion. That's Cannon Douglas. Now they'll go to Gebhardt. Grady will knife his way into traffic and get maybe a yard or two. Brody Chambers took his man from the second level. It actually happened to be quarterback Eli Jones, who is the leading tackler on this defense, and Brody took him 10 yards off the ball.
Yeah, not a spot you want to be if you're Eli Jones, having that guy help you up.
Not very thankful for your defensive lineman occupying some O-linemen there, are you? Boy, that was rough if you're Jones.
Yeah, he does. Brody does that over and over and over again.
Just getting his steps in. Second down and 8. After the 2-yard carry by Gebhardt, here's Douglas. And Canyon will barrel roll his way down to the 40, just short of the 40 to 39.
Brody now coming out of the game. Garrett Kuhn checking in on that far side.
Third down and 6. 5:49 left to go here in the second quarter. Rain coming down in sheets here. Southeast of Saline looking over here to their offensive sideline. A couple of signals being thrown out.
Play clock down to 7.
Play clock down to 5. 3 wide receivers to the right. Play clock down to 1. They don't get it off, and a timeout will be called here by Southeast. That might have been the plan all along. We'll step away for a quick 30-second timeout. Trojan football from the Equity Bank broadcast booth right here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back here, 20-7 during the break. I hate to say it, the rain got even harder as it is really coming down now. You can see it on the track in front of us. It's kind of hard sometimes, though, on video to see it on this turf here at Kansas Wesleyan because the turf is so shiny with the lights and the turf combination they have. You always get this kind of sheen off the turf. And Brian Dennett shoots it out there. We probably can't even give you justice on the rain coming down right now, but it is coming down hard, and it's just in time for a southeast of Saline 3rd down and 6. They need to get across the 45 for a first down. Jacobson looking on the quick slant. There's Tucker Thaxton. Thaxton cradles the football all the way across the 50 down to the 43.
Got to go to old reliable, right? Which is 5-22. We've seen it all year long. Rain coming down hard, wind starting to pick up. No problem. I'll just find 22. What a great route Tucker Thaxton ran. The defender thought he was going to the outside. He plants that foot and goes up to the middle.
18 yards, Jacobson to Thaxton. First down for Southeast of Saline at the 43-yard line. Here's Gebhardt fighting off Blue Jays, and he's going to, put maybe his best effort forward of the night to get back to the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, he was wrapped up probably 2 to 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Just did everything he can to not lose yardage on that play.
11th carry for Grady Gebhardt tonight. He has 2 touchdowns already. Those came in his first 5 carries as Southeast of Saline sprinted out to a 14-0 lead. Right now they lead 20-7. 4.5 minutes left to go. They fake it to Kenyon Douglas. Now they bring it to Jacobson, who keeps it here, dancing around in the backfield. Now he's going to spring free. He's inside the 35 as he steps out of bounds. Then he's thrown out of bounds. And he's going to get a flag. And this will be a personal foul here on Norton.
Yeah, he was out of bounds. He was giving himself up and then did the do-si-do with the Norton Blue Jay that just went ahead and pitched him out into the pond that's forming near the track. And that's going to give a first down.
First of all, how did he get out of there anyway?
Yeah, he broke 3-4 tackles. That was going nowhere. He probably ran 20 yards to get 8 right there. So that'll pick up 15 more yards. That should move this pretty close inside the Can-Equip red zone.
13-yard carry plus half the distance to the goal.
That should have probably went for -4.
Jeez.
And they're going to mark it at the 19-yard line.
That was awesome.
And we've seen it. Grady Gebhardt's done it tonight. Now you see Gannon Jacobson do it tonight.
It's like Gannon was at dance lessons and his partner didn't even know what song they were dancing to.
Dancing in the Rain.
That's right. 19 from the 19-yard line. She just made me snort. Back to the 21 now. Gannon's going to take a loss at 2.
Yeah, you got to be careful right here with the ball. I mean, we've seen him come out just after the timeout to get that first down to Tucker Thaxton. He had the ball inside the Can-Equip red zone. Now you're just on the outside at about the 21-yard line for a loss of 2 right there.
Back to the 21 goes Southeast of Saline. Southeast doing their best here, I imagine. It kind of feels like it. They've taken the foot off the accelerator as far as tempo goes. I think they do not want to give Norton back the football with as much time as what they can. They want to take this clock all the way down. Right now we see it again. Play clock's going to be inside 10 when they snap this again for the 2nd down and 12. Loaded up on the right-hand side. Jacobson's going to roll away from that. He has Gebhardt out to block, and then he's going to run out of bounds, and that won't help keep the clock moving as he steps out of bounds for no gain on the play and a bad block here, a flag on Southeast of Saline.
So I'm not sure if I agree with that call because it's going to go on Grady Gebhardt. I saw it on the back end, but he tried to put the brakes on, and his feet just went out from under him, and it just so happened that a Norton Blue Jay happened to be standing there. So now you're going to get it 15 yards farther back on that bad block by Grady Gebhardt.
And here's the thing. You talk about all the time, right? When you're inside the 20, their 15-yard penalty wasn't really 15 yards. Southeast of Saline's 15-yard penalty is really 15 yards.
Yeah, now you're at 2nd and a quarter of Saline County to pick up a first down.
All the way back out to Gypsum, right?
Yeah. It's wet out there, too.
To the 39. And this will be a 2nd down replay, so it'll be 2nd down.
Clock starts back up, though, here, so.
2nd down and almost 30. Yeah, if you're Southeast, you just want to take this clock down. Jacobson wants to pass. He's going to slip a screen, middle of the field. This is going to be Gebhardt and a flag down once again. Gebhardt's going to outrun the Norton defender. He's going to go all the way to the end zone, tackled at the goal line, but I think he made it in, and the flag coming back here, sitting at the 36.
Yeah, what a great play call right there.
Great play call.
But it appeared to be on that. I think you're going to get a hold right in the middle of the field right there where the flag was at, and it might have been on Brody Chambers. Just unfortunately, he buried a guy right in front of the official, which it is what it is.
Yeah, and there was another, I don't know, not that I'm arguing, but there was another, it looked like a receiver maybe too, that kind of came over knowing that he wasn't getting the ball and kind of started to build that wall for Grady. That might be where that flag came in too. Couldn't hear the official, and I don't think he's going to designate the number anyway, but boy, it is raining.
It is raining.
It's to the point where we can't really even see the game because the rain is coming in on the windows, and believe it or not, we're getting wet in the press box. From the 50, 2nd down again. Here's a little flag route out to Tucker Thaxton. He dropped it.
Yeah, I think right there they were just trying to get it out quick, see if Tucker Thaxton could make a move on a defender out there in Derek Clydesdale, and he was just kind of got ahead of it before. This is a matchup to watch as this game goes on, is between Tucker Thaxton and Tice Melvin, both being the standout receivers and the standout corners on this team.
3rd and almost 38. We had a 4th and 55 in Hillsboro. Hillsboro had that, ended up converting it. Maybe Southeast can do the same here. Clock down to 3:01 left to go. They're back at midfield, our Southeast of Saline on offense. Snap back to Jacobson. They go to Gebhardt. Gebhardt through the first level, second level, into the safety level, getting face masked down, and a flag comes in. They had to grab the helmet of Grady Gebhardt to get him down as he went right through the Blue Jays nest and took it all the way to the 30-yard line.
Man, what a blessing right there to only get a face mask, but as well as Grady Gebhardt just breaking tackles one after the other after the other. I mean, he was met at the line of scrimmage with contact and still was able to break off almost 20 yards on that run. And it is a personal foul face mask, so now after all that, you're going to get a 1st down and 10 from about the 15-yard line. So welcome back to the Can-Equip Red Zone, brought to you by Case IH.
Landon Albright, one of the linemen in on that play, Russ, that they were running behind. So give Landon some credit there as he continues to shuffle in and out on this offensive line.
And we've seen that. We've seen Trey Droege in there as well. Garrett Kuhn has come in, and Mitch Gebhardt talks about that the rotation they have up front.
3rd down and 5. Let's call it 6. 3rd down and 6 at the 15-yard line now. More manageable for Southeast. Here's Gebhardt off the left-hand side, goes heels overhead, and he gets up signaling 1st down. Wow.
Man, if Tucker Thaxton can get just enough of that defensive back there, Grady's running and wiping windows off the cars in the parking lot. But that's all they can do to tackle him is you got to go at his feet, because if you try to arm tackle that young man, he is going to go for a ways.
8 yards for Grady Gebhardt.
Now right here, I think you got to burn some of this clock, like you said. Still over just about 2:10 left to go. Norton's going to get the ball back, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Grady's numbers are going to be phenomenal here at halftime. We'll have to check those at the break, of course. Here's Gebhardt again. Quarter, little counter out to the right-hand side. Takes it inside the 5. Just barely. 2nd down and goal coming up. Clock moves down inside 2 minutes. 1:52 left to go. Oh, they're going to spot him outside the 5 as the crowd clears away. Gain of 2.
Yeah, and still 25 seconds on the play clock. Let this run down, but I don't know, Devin. How do you take this ball out of number 30's hands with just the astronomical game he has had? As his next carry will be his 15th carry already in the first half.
Averaging over 10 yards a carry. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Jacobson fakes it. Gannon keeps it. Has some space. Has a crease. Has a touchdown. Then a Norton Blue Jay shoves him as he gets into the end zone, but that won't matter. The 6 points are already posted. With 79 seconds left to go, Gannon Jacobson faked it to Grady Gebhardt. The whole defense went with number 30, and Gannon goes across the green and cashes it in for 6.
Yeah, every yellow helmet out there was going to the far side of the field with Grady Gebhardt. Gannon just pulled that one out of the belly of Grady and just trotted into the end zone for another rushing touchdown for this Trojan offense. Now the big 2-point conversion. You got to get that point back that you had given up on the last one where you didn't get it.
Last 2. Jacobson now will send Thaxton in motion. They'll fake it to him. Gannon keeps it. He's dancing again, stretching it out left-hand side. He's going to put this one on cruise control. Gannon Jacobson hands it to the official after cashing in a 2-point conversion, and Southeast of Saline has taken a commanding lead with 1:19 left to go here in the second quarter. Southeast 28, Norton 7 here on KINA.
In the trenches and on the ground, that's where the game is won. Isaacson Truck Line is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truck Line, reminding you to have a safe Friday night on the roads. Wreak havoc, Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
1:19 left to go back here in the second quarter. brought to you by Assyria Oil and Hardware. Live stream video, and right now, I mean, there's probably some folks right now maybe in the garage having a brewski, just kind of apple cider, watching the TV. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a good game.
It's a great game. What a start. What a first half by Southeast.
These people here, though, in front of us.
Yeah, they're the real goats.
Awesome. Here's the kickoff, taken at the 24. Norton trying to string it out. This is Blackman. He's going to be hit near the sideline. Everybody goes tumbling over in the wet turf. Miniman there to escort Blackman out of bounds. Norton will have three timeouts. They haven't used any yet, and 1:14 left to play down the field. At halftime, we'll have all the stats for you as we check in on that. We'll also check in on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We will not be checking in with Mitch Gebhardt just because of the conditions. We are going to let Coach get to the locker room as soon as he can, and we're also going to save our field mic for next week.
We're going to need it.
Or whenever we need it again. I've been told by the boss man that equipment's too darn expensive.
It was on sale.
That's also mine. 28-7. Here's two wide receivers, left-hand side. It was a fake. Jones, he's going to pull it out. And then Amarion Hollub there to take him down. Amarion went for the ride and ended up ending that carry at the 45-yard line. Norton now going into the hurry-up. 7-yard gain there by Jones. And here's a loss. A screenplay out to the left and a loss. First one there, Kenyon Douglas.
Yeah, sorry, Devin.
Go ahead.
Very similar play to what we saw with Southeast going to Tucker Thaxton. That time, Kenyon Douglas getting Tice Melvin over there.
Loss of 4 on that play. Norton wanting to go for it again. There's a fumble on the play. Back near the original line of scrimmage. Couple of players they got to unstack, and the officials say it's going to stay here with Norton, but now it's a 4th down as they lose another 3 yards. 4th down and 10. 2 negative plays back-to-back here by the Blue Jays. Now looks like they're going to take their foot off the accelerator and let this one go through. They can go all the way to the half if they want to. It's 4th down, and why wouldn't you want to? You're kind of in the camp now. Nothing good can happen here, right? You're going to let this go down and get to half and regroup a little bit, maybe run one desperation play with no time left on the clock.
And I think even if they drop back to punt here, which I would assume they wouldn't, and now you're going to get a timeout by Norton with 5 seconds left to go.
They will call a timeout. We will keep it right here and remind you here at halftime. We'll talk about the games of interest. Of course, in Saline County, it's Madison and El Saline. That was an 8-point Madison lead at halftime. We'll get you an update on that one. Also, we will talk about the games on the side of the bracket the Southeast of Saline is on. The winner of this game between Norton and Southeast of Saline will play the winner of Haven and Hoisington. The other 2 games on that side of the bracket in 2A West, Halstead is at Beloit, and Phillipsburg is at Garden Plain. We'll even check in on the east side of the 2A bracket.
There's a good one in Class 1A. Marion and Conway Springs, 2 powerhouses going at the half. 6-7, Conway Springs up 1 in that one.
Okay. 4th down and 10. 5 seconds on the clock here for the Blue Jays. Southeast of Saline putting their best defense on the field for this situation. They have Hopkins, Thaxton, and Jacobson all back deep. And when I say deep, I mean about 10, 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. Jones, a little pump fake out on the screen. They do throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Melvin can't complete the catch, and it's going to leave 1 second on the clock, or no. Clock went to 0. Well, I looked up and saw 1 second left on the clock there, so we are going to take it to halftime, and I bet everybody is thankful for that on the field, though. What a half, though, for Southeast of Saline. They score the first 2 touchdowns of this game. Norton comes back. They score, make it 14-7, and then Southeast of Saline puts up the last 2 touchdowns. We'll go through all those details and a scoring recap coming in here at halftime, brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. It's a loaded halftime. It's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. We are at half, 28-7, Southeast of Saline leading Norton right here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Hey Trojans fans, this is Angela Gephardt, proud wife of Southeast Saline head coach Mitch Gephardt. Just like the Trojans strive for excellence on the field, the Bank of Tesket goes the extra mile to offer top-notch checking accounts that fit your style. Whether you're managing your day-to-day expenses or planning for the future, our checking accounts are easy, convenient, and tailored for you. Plus, with your local roots and friendly service, we're here to support you every step of the way. Go Trojans!
Bank of Tesket, member FDIC.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
It's third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for rural property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap, stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Let's head back to the stadium for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Welcome back here on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report. It's Tyler Henry, and it's time now to catch up with Wade Castleman, head cross-country coach at Southeast of Saline. Our conversation presented by Winnell Garrettson at SalinaHomes.com. And, Coach, thank you first and foremost, as always, for taking some time and chatting with us here on the Halftime Show.
Well, thank you for having me, Tyler. I really appreciate it.
So your team coming off of yet another strong performance here at State, and I wanted to go team by team here. Your boys took home second place over the weekend. I know that's a team that had dealt with some serious injuries throughout the course of the season. How proud were you just of the effort on display to earn that second place finish?
You know, I was really excited for the boys. Not having Braden for several weeks and not knowing his where he would be at physically, and we were hoping for the best, and for him to end up being our number one runner after that much time off, and I was just really excited for his performance and the rest of the team's performance. So going in, we were picked to be third, and to end up second, I was really excited for the boys.
Well, and it was another podium finish for the girls as well. They come third, and it's a loaded 3A field. What was your takeaway, not just on the finish, but overall just on how the girls ran?
I thought the girls did a very good job. Of course, we were hoping to pull off that 5-peat, but you just never know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we had a couple girls come down with some illness, and that affected their performances a little bit. But to be 5 points out of first place, when we get third, I'm still very excited for the girls in the way they participated all season and the way they participated at state.
Well, and I was curious to get your thoughts on this too. Obviously, your team has, your program, I will say, has a history of winning state championships, of being on the podium, but it's hard to do it, at any level of state. I feel like it's especially hard to do it in 3A, right? I mean, how do you feel about just the level of competition in Class 3A year in, year out?
I think 3A is one of a very good competitive division. After the meet on Saturday, I went back and looked, and our girls have been on the podium the last 6 years, and the boys have been on the podium the last 7 years in a row. And, there's not many programs out in the state at any level, I think, that can say that. And, I'm just very proud of these kids carrying on that strong Southeast of Saline cross-country tradition.
Your team's faced a lot of adversity this season, from illnesses to, players or runners that were potentially injured. What were you the most proud of just from the way your kids battled throughout the year?
Just to see these, we're a young team, both on the boys and the girls side, and just watching them develop and become seasoned veterans throughout the season. Like I said, we're very young. We have three freshman girls that ran, or two freshman girls that ran, and the rest were sophomores except for senior Callie Augustine, and no juniors on the girls side, and only one senior on the boys side, and two juniors, and then a sophomore and three freshmen on the boys side. So we're young and inexperienced at the state level for the most part, but you wouldn't have known it by the way these kids competed on last Saturday.
Well, and you led me right into my next question, Coach. When you look at the youth that your teams have, I mean, how much excitement does that give you for the future, and especially for next year, knowing that you get a lot of these kids back for another year?
It does. It makes it real excited. We're going to miss Callie Augustine next year, and we'll miss Jacob Toney as well. But we've got some young kids that, will hopefully step into those roles and be competitive for us. And those younger kids are only going to get stronger for us. Our girls' numbers were down this year. And I didn't have any 8th grade girls out for cross country this year. So, it'll be tough to fill some of those gaps again for the girls, but we'll just hope for the best and just hope that they get strong. Each of them get stronger and put in the miles, over the summer to get to where we need them to be.
Well, and speaking of 8th grade, I mean, I was also curious to get your thoughts on that. A season that I'm sure wrapped up a little bit before the high school season did. But what was the middle school team looking like this year? And are there any runners that you're excited to see once they finally do get up to the varsity level?
Yeah, we had 3 7th grade girls out, and they were very competitive every meet. They were in the top 10, I think, at every meet that they participated in, and each one of those girls, I mean, they took turns being the number one girl for us on the junior high side, and we had a good group of 8th grade girls or 8th grade boys this year. Didn't have any 7th grade boys. And those 8th grade boys, I think, could come in and they'll, have to work at it. But there's a couple of them that could see some varsity action possibly next year if they develop like we hope they will.
We spoke about this a bit in an interview for print, but, how crucial is the program in all of this? I know it's something that, as we mentioned a moment ago, a lot of these kids are part of this program from 7th grade on. How big is it to have just a structure and a leadership structure, especially for these kids to run within?
I think it's key. When I took over quite a few years ago, junior high cross country was just kind of getting started, and Southeast didn't have junior high cross country at that time. And it's helped our numbers, and it's helped with experience and that transition from going from junior high cross country to high school. Just being able to compete at a high level, and because the junior high meets we go to, they're very competitive meets for the most part, and they get to see good competition. They get to train right beside our high school kids, and we adjust their workouts and everything, but they come in and they know what's expected of them each day in practice, and I think that's only helped to make our program stronger through the years.
Well, last thing for you here, Coach. One thing I've always loved talking with you about, you can just tell the love that you have for the kids in your system, taking the running completely out of the equation and not talking about races or practices. I mean, what has been your favorite thing about just this group of kids that you've gotten to spend this fall with?
Just the joy that they bring me each and every day at practice, and just seeing them in the hallways, and getting to see them as outside of cross country, it makes me feel good. They're great kids. They're strong academically, and the majority of them are involved in other programs outside of the school, or outside of sports and everything, involved in the school. And just seeing them, and then after these kids graduate, move on, some of them will probably go on to run, some of them may not, but just to see them be productive members of society, they're just great kids. And our seniors have provided great leadership for our kids through the years.
Well, Coach Castleman, thank you so much for stopping by, sir, and congrats on another fantastic campaign. We'll see you this spring for track.
All right. Thank you so much, Tyler.
Once again, that was head southeast of Saline cross country coach Wade Castleman. Our conversation presented by 1L Garrettson at SalinaHomes.com. Coming up next, it's more of the Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report and the second half between Southeast and Norton right around the corner here on KINA.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor's running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at commercial tire centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back here to the campus of Kansas Wesleyan. Still raining. And our score 28-7 here as Southeast of Saline leading the Norton Blue Jays. Checking some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and some interesting ones that we're going to have to go through here. We'll do that, though, in just a little bit. Let's first check stats from the first half of this game. All these numbers brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Southeast of Saline passing the football so far. Gannon Jacobson, the only incomplete pass that he has was that drop over here on the side from Tucker Thaxton. He is 4 of 5 passing the football, 51 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Rushing the football, Grady Gebhardt, he's been the main rusher so far. 2 rushing touchdowns, 14 carries, 159 yards. Gannon Jacobson, 5 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Kenyon Douglas had a carry for 2 yards. Receiving the football, Tucker Thaxton, 3 catches, 31 yards. The other catch went to Malachi Hopkins for a touchdown of 20 yards. For the Norton Blue Jays, they don't have a lot of offense to talk about. Really, all of it came on that one scoring drive that they had that went 14 plays to round out the first quarter. Eli Jones, 3 of 5, passing the football so far, 20 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He has also carried the ball 5 times for a touchdown and 11 yards. Tyler Blackman has 4 carries, 17 yards. Logan Willauer, 3 carries, 10 yards. Tyson Melvin a carry for 4. Tyson Melvin, the only receiver for the Blue Jays to catch a pass, 3 catches, 20 yards. Final total numbers for you from the first half. Rushing the football, Southeast of Saline, 182. Norton, 38. Southeast of Saline, 51 yards passing. Norton, 20. Total offense in the first half, Southeast of Saline, 233 yards of offense. Norton with 58. That's the numbers brought to you by the Bank of Teskid as we continue on here through halftime. Our halftime score, the Trojans lead 28-7 over the Norton Blue Jays as the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report continues on here at KINA.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Football on KINA.
Welcome back here. Norton already out on the field, ready to go. The Southeast of Saline kicking team comes on as the Blue Jays ready to get the football and start the second half. 9-0, Southeast of Saline, 8-1, Norton, 2 quarters left to go. Let's check some other scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, Russ.
Yeah, I got the first final of the night. In El Saline, Madison pulls the upset 14-12 over El Saline. Some other halftime scores: Hayes 13, Great Bend 7, Heston 6, Scott City 7, Nemaha Central 14, Sabetha nothing. And of course, the winner of this game plays the winner of Haven and Hoisington. Haven up at the half 14-8. Other 2A, Osage City up 14-0 on St. Mary's, while Migo up 13-7 on McPherson. These last 2A scores kind of surprising, maybe a little bit to us. Council Grove, 24. Silver Lake, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Garden Plain, 22, playing Phillipsburg, who upset this Norton team. Phillipsburg down 22-0 to Garden Plain.
I will stick by my guns probably till this thing is all said and done. Garden Plain is a team to watch in the West in 2A. 2 losses for the Owls this year, both of them to state champions. They lost to Conway Springs, and they lost to Cheney. 1A and 3A champions from a year ago. Garden Plain is definitely a team to watch. Right now, we're going to watch Southeast of Saline and Norton as they get the third quarter underway. Malachi Hopkins angles the ball over to the right-hand side, kicks it out of bounds, and Norton will have the ball to start out here at the 35-yard line. Russ, pretty good first half there for Southeast of Saline. Gave up a touchdown but got 4. What are your new image audio keys to success for the Trojans as we start the second half?
Ride what's got you here, right? Your defensive line. We'll start on the defensive side of the ball. Continue the pressure. You played pretty good pass defense so far. We've seen their leading receiver, Tice Melvin, kind of get loose a couple times, but it's that bend, don't break mentality. And then when you switch to the offensive side of the ball, I mean, it's going to come down to this offensive line. They have to continue. They have to win this second half for them to win this game.
Norton will start out here. They'll try to add more to their offensive total, just 58 yards in that first half. They had that one drive that went 12 plays. They were able to get into the end zone. Full backfield here for Eli Jones. He's going to take the keeper straight up the middle, get into the second level, but he had a Southeast of Saline Trojan around his waist for that entire ride, and that was Grady Gebhardt.
Yeah, and Bryson Lippold barely missed him, had him right there at the line of scrimmage, just kind of flailed off of him right there.
Got a Blue Jay down. It's Corbin Puga. Puga is down. He is a two-way starter, offense and defense. As he gets up, seems to be favoring that left leg, and that's not a guy that the Norton Blue Jays can afford to miss. He's already taken off his helmet, and he is helping himself off the field, hopping on one leg off that right-hand side over there. So that first carry by Jones went for 7 yards.
Yeah, good start if you're Norton. Come out and you get 7 yards on your first play. They haven't really had a lot of positives tonight except for that one drive where it went 14 plays and they were able to score a touchdown.
Second down and 3. Here's Jones. Turns. He's going to give it to Blackman, and Blackman is just swallowed up by Bryson Lippold. Bryson's played well this game, and that goes back to the 45 on a loss of 2.
Yeah, and Bryson Lippold didn't miss that tackle by any means. He might have took that one personally on the last one as he just picks up the running back and just barrels him right into the ground.
3rd down and 5 now. Norton wanted to work quick. They have an option play. Jones decides to keep it, and he will pay the price. Cut back against the grain. He was trying to avoid Brody Chambers at his feet, and he's going to run right into Bryson Lippold and company. Bryson that time had Deacon Bear, Amarion Hollub, along with Drew Weller along with him. That's another big loss for Norton. It's a loss of 2.
Yeah, big stand right there. Really, Bryson Lippold kind of leading that charge on those 3 plays, breaking up, slowing the running back down on the first play, then making the tackle, and then that play right there, just a host of purple jerseys coming around to make that tackle.
Norton feels like they have to go for it. It's 4th down and 7. Football setting at the 43-yard line. They need to get across the midfield stripe for a new set of downs. Blackman, end around. He will not get it. He will lose 5. In there on the tackle, Canyon Douglas. He read that play perfectly, and Southeast of Saline will put their offense on the field. They will take over on downs.
And not only reading that play perfectly, took the perfect angle to make that tackle. As Eli Jones wanted to stretch that one out, Canyon Douglas said, "You got to get by me first," and that didn't happen. What a stand right there early to come out and make a statement in the second half for this Southeast defense.
Southeast made a statement to start the game. 3-play drive and a touchdown. Their defense does it here to start the second half. Gannon Jacobson and friends back out on the offensive end here. He's going to turn, give it to Gebhardt. Right-hand side, Gebhardt rolling over a couple of Norton players and a linebacker in the second level. He'll get to the 26 on a gain of 9.
And what a job up front by this offensive line once again. That time going over the right-hand side of the offensive line. We've seen Grady have a lot of success tonight over on the left-hand side. This time showing the right hand a little bit of love, and they do exactly what they've been doing all season long.
Down to the 26. Gebhardt now in the pistol formation directly behind Jacobson. He will take the ball again off the right-hand side. Inside the 25, still working those feet, knocking on the door of the red zone, breaking down the door of the red zone. He'll get just inside of the 20. And once again, Southeast of Saline in the Case IH red zone, brought to you by Can-Equip in Solomon. Spotted the ball now at the 19.
And Eli Jones tried to just swing Grady Gebhardt down, and all he did was swing him forward for about 6 more yards. Good job right there once again. Grady's not getting touched till he is at least 3 to 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Offensive line outsized all year long, but continuing to play tough.
And the problem for that is Grady Gebhardt, by the time he gets contact, he's already going 20 miles an hour. 19-yard line here. Pistol formation once again. 2 wide receivers to the right. Now Thaxton will go in motion. They'll give it to Gebhardt. Back inside again. 15, 10. Runs into a safety and drops the football maybe. Let's see what happened here. Norton's going to have the ball. A big, big collision. Grady Gebhardt and one of the safeties ran into each other, and Norton will have the football here at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I think the only time tonight we haven't seen Grady have 2 hands covering up that ball. He tried to make one move, and the arm kind of went out. Safety came in and punched it out. Clear fumble. Unfortunate right there for Southeast, but if you're going to turn it over, you might as well do it way down south. Now Norton has to drive the full length of the field down by 3 scores.
Fumble at the 11. Here's Norton now. They come out with new breath of life. Jones running the option. Late pitch to Blackman, and Blackman's going to pay the price. Holy cow, this Southeast defense is just pushing Norton towards their own end zone as they again make a statement here for a 2-yard loss. And Jones kind of hung his running back out to dry that time.
2nd down on the last drive, 3rd down, 4th down, now 1st down on this drive. 4 negative plays for this Southeast defense to come out and start the second half.
I haven't said anything all year because I'm not that guy with the broadcaster jinx. That fumble for Southeast of Saline there, their first fumble of the year, Russ. First one.
Wow.
2nd down and 12 here for Norton as they lost 2 yards. back to the 10-yard line. They're going to take it straight ahead and get almost to the 20 here, to the 19, couple yards short of the first down sticks.
Yeah, that was just a quarterback sneak. He got under center and got the snap and just followed his center up there and wasn't touched.
Made it look pretty easy, didn't he? Out to the 19.
And you wonder if that's a play call that you leave in the hands of the quarterback. You see what the front's in, and you maybe just tap the center, snap it, and I'm just going to go one way or the other.
Yeah, we talk about those wide splits sometimes with three-man front the Southeast of Saline gets into. If you trust your center to go one-on-one, you slide one way or the other off of him, you might be able to have some space. Deacon Bear right now over the football in front of the center for Norton. 3rd down and 3. 7:30 left to go here, third quarter. Backs in the I formation behind Eli Jones. He's going to turn, give it to Blackman. The second one through, and he's going to be hit from the right-hand side and drop down at the 21-yard line. He's still going to be short of the first down, it appears. They're going to give him the 21, and he's going to be about a football and a half short. 4th and short here for Norton coming up.
Yeah, and don't expect them to punt here after they didn't punt on their first drive. So big 4th down right here. You got to stand up. We'll see if Norton goes in the shotgun or goes back under center again.
Norton, a big 4th down. They need about 2 footballs here to be safe. 2 wide receivers on the left-hand side. Jones trying for it. Goes ahead to the 22. And, boy, they're going to come in and spot this and see where we're at.
They're going to give him the first down.
They're going to say first down, yeah. So give 2 yards to quarterback Eli Jones.
And that might have been all him. He reached that ball out at the last minute to kind of get it across the first down stick.
Rain still coming down in sheets here at the Grave Sports Complex. The wind right now blowing from left to right as we view it here at the stadium in the face of the Norton Blue Jays. 2 wide receivers out to the left, a single out to the right. The Southeast defense has done pretty darn good all night tonight. Backs in the I formation for the Blue Jays. They're going to give it or fake it to the first man through. Jones is going to keep it, and we're going to have a big collision there after a gain of about 2 for the Jays.
Yeah, and that play hasn't really been there for them all night. That little dive triple option play is Southeast really does a good job of containing all would-be ball carriers and just has a hand on somebody every time.
I'll tell you how good Southeast of Saline's doing up front, especially in that second level, too. They've limited Eli Jones tonight, 10 carries, 29 yards at this point in the game.
Yeah, and coming in, he had 628 yards on 118 carries. This looks like we're going to get an official timeout. They're taking somebody off the field over there. It appears to be Corbin Puga again going off to the sideline.
Yeah, the big guy coming in trying to gut it out, but, man, he's done something to that left leg, it appears, and he'll have to go back out of the game. 2nd down and 7 for the Blue Jays. They're going to give it to Willauer, it looks like. And again, I apologize. We're having trouble seeing from the press box level as well.
It is.
But that's going to be Logan Willauer, and it's going to be a first down for the Norton Blue Jays. He went ahead to the 33-yard line on a gain of 8. Willauer again. Actually, no. That is another running back they brought in the game. This is Brennan Fahnensteel. So Fahnensteel takes the last 2 carries.
And he only had 45 carries for 196 yards and 4 touchdowns coming into tonight. So Fahnensteel getting the call here in the third quarter is we now have under 5 minutes to go, and the officials are going to stop play once again. Because it looks like they're going to switch the football out. I'm sure the one on the sideline's wet, too.
Yes. So I was just thinking, where do you find the dry football here? 2nd down and 6 here is the current situation for Norton. They are at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not dry now. They just threw one in, and it rolled all over the field. So it's a great thought as the rain is picking up again.
Pigs can swim, though. Do you know that?
I did not.
2nd down and 6 here for Norton. I opened my mouth. Now I got to back that up. Here's Kenyon Douglas coming in on Eli Jones, and he's going to escort him all the way backwards as they're going to go back to the 26-yard line, and that's a loss, a big loss for the Norton Blue Jays of 12.
And that's how you stay on your man, stay doing your job. That was a carried out pump fake, and Kenyon Douglas was reading red for Eli Jones's number that whole time. His job, go get the quarterback. I don't care if he has the ball, he handed it off, did exactly what he needed to do right there for a big loss on second down.
All the way back to the 26, and this quarter is slipping away. 4:09 left to play here in the third. Third down and 20 for the Blue Jays. Man in motion will make 4 wide receivers on the left-hand side. Jones backpedaling. He's going to slip down, and he is sacked. Back at the 10-yard line, Grady Gebhardt comes in and makes the sack, and it's another huge loss for Norton. This one all the way back at the 10, it's going to be a loss of 16 yards.
And they tried to set up the screen right there, and you got to engage contact with the front 3 to 5 who are coming longer than one. There they go. I mean, Grady Gebhardt came flying through the hole right there. He had no chance to even find a receiver on that play.
4th down and 33. Norton has no choice. They have to go in punt formation here. 3 sacks in this game for the Southeast defense. They snap it back. Here's the punt, and it's a good one in these conditions. Thaxton's going to let it bounce in front of him, and that ball's going to go out of bounds after taking a Southeast of Saline bounce. They're going to spot it at the 44-yard line. So the Southeast of Saline defense was called on once again, and they answer the bell once again, and they'll give this football back to their offense. Maybe more importantly, though, Norton chewed up the clock. 3:11 now left to go in the third quarter. That's brought to you by Salina Septic Service. Cole and Callie, they've been busy lately. They got a lot of stuff going on. They're just looking to make that customer experience that much better. If you have a septic problem, you want service and you want great service right away, Cole and Callie are working on that stuff. They're already great anyway. They're looking to get better. That says a lot about them.
Yeah, I mean, great's, pretty decent, but they go above and beyond.
Oh, yeah.
They want to be greater than everybody.
Looking new facility and some other stuff that's coming on.
Looks like they're going to mark off a penalty here. I didn't catch what it was.
We can't see anything. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
That whole pig swimming thing, there's actually a place. It's an exotic island somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now, but
it's
people actually go and they swim with pigs.
I guarantee it's a lot warmer than where it is here right now.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't care how big of a pig you are. I'll swim with you right now if it's warm. Southeast comes out here. It's a good project for Tyler Smith probably to do some research on.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a vacation he would go on. 3:08 left to go. Still working on, I don't know, dry footballs or something.
They're not.
Gannon Jacobson was okay with a wet football in the first half. He went 4 or 5 passing the ball. Here's Grady Gebhardt. He gets tripped up coming through the line of scrimmage, and that might have been a big play that was avoided. Eli Jones comes in. Again, say his name a lot because he's the quarterback. He's also the leading tackler from the linebacker spot for this Blue Jay defense, and he grabbed the foot of Grady Gebhardt when Grady was coming through the line of scrimmage that time, held him to a gain of 2.
Yeah, Grady saw the safety, and he wanted to put a move or just run him over right there, and Eli Jones with a saving tackle.
2nd down and 8. Here's the misdirection play. Jacobson comes through, and he's going to make it across the 50. Well, that's the second time tonight that Jacobson has had some nifty footwork.
Well, he had to that time. The snap never got to him. It was kind of at the feet. It threw that misdirection play all off, and he did everything he could to not lose yards right there.
Football just across the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line. Clock continuing to melt down here. Southeast of Saline just has it into Norton territory at the 49. 3rd down and 6. Jacobson turns, gives it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt goes into the spin cycle. He'll fall ahead for 2.
Be an interesting call right here if you're Southeast. I don't foresee them punting. Of course, we never foresee them punting ever in a game, but here you're just across the midfield stripe. You got 4th and about 4 yards to go, and I don't even know why I brought it up.
4th down and about 3. 3 wide receivers to the left. Caden Berry going to single to the right. 1:22 left to go here, third quarter. Jacobson's going to move Gebhardt. He'll go to the pistol directly behind his quarterback. Gannon will turn. Give it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt head down, barreling his way. Looks like he's going to be short by the officials running in on both sides. Maybe a football short, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think instead of barreling down right there and trying to run him over, if he just takes a hop step over the top of that pile, he gets to the first down yardage, but not Grady's style. He's just going to put them shoulder pads down and just run you over.
They're going to spot him down at the 45-yard line, and Norton will come out and take over with 1:04 left to go at the 45. By the way, you go to Exuma, Bahamas to swim with the pigs.
Thanks for that, Tyler.
Have a great team, man. Good job. Good job, Tyler Smith. And he said, yes, it is much warmer. Just the picture was just beautiful. From the 45, Norton now, 64 seconds left to go in the third. Backs in the I formation. 2 wide receivers on the right-hand side. They're going to give it to Blackman. He hits the brick wall, and he is stood up. Brody, Chambers and company, Deacon Bear, Killian Vaughn, all doing work there in the purple wall, not letting Norton gain a yard.
Yeah, they were right there at the line of scrimmage, and just a car crash, and the guys in purple able to push Blackman back, and now another second down and deep for this Norton team. We've seen them play at the sticks or behind the sticks most of this game.
And right now, behind the clock, Russ, we're still in the third quarter, but we're down to half a minute left. 30 seconds left to go here in this third. Second down and 10. 2 receivers on each side. Jones wants the football. He's going to keep it, sprinting out to the right, trying to outrun the Southeast defense, leaps over a would-be tackler. He has some space, trying to outrun 3 more Trojans, and then escorted out of bounds at the 30. So that's a big gain there of 25 yards for quarterback Eli Jones. That's the biggest offensive play of the night.
Except for there's a flag over there on the far side of the field.
Okay.
Right in front of the Norton bench, and you're going to get a holding on Norton.
So, right at the line of scrimmage, too.
So now you're going to be sitting at 2nd and 20 after a 25-yard run, which was your biggest play of the night.
This is when you know it's a good rain. You're in a press box that has recently been built. You're in slanted windows. You're not supposed to get rain on those windows, let alone in those windows.
We got all of it.
We're doing it all. So sometimes flags look like helmets, look like shoes, look like somebody lost a hand warmer. We don't know. Kind of looks like the Southeast kids are having a lot of fun. Final seconds ticking off here this third quarter. I don't think Norton's going to get this off. They're coming to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run out of time, and we will hit the end of the third. So nobody made any advancement on a lead or making up for a deficit as we hit the end of the third quarter with the same score that we had at halftime. Southeast of Saline 28, Norton 7. That's the end of the third quarter, and it's brought to you by Assaria Oil and Hardware.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services.
You can at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back. Devin Haney, Russ Kossel here in the press box at the Gray Sports Complex. Campus of Kansas Wesleyan. Chris Cato helping out, producing and engineering. Brian Dennett providing that live stream video. Had some last-minute adjustments, kind of had to switch around and do some things. And if you missed any of this game, of course, you will see it on demand later on the Salina Post Sports YouTube page. You can watch it anytime you want, any Southeast of Saline game from this season. Norton and Southeast of Saline. Here's the pitch out. Right-hand side, it might be a halfback pass. It is. Ball in the air, and the coverage by Gannon Jacobson is good enough to make that an incomplete pass for Tyler Backman.
Yeah, and he had a guy deep right there as the receiver had Gannon crossed up, but there was pressure. Bryson Lippold was able to get to the would-be thrower and kind of disrupted the play on that. So now 3rd and 20 here. 3rd and 19.
3rd and 19, yep, from the 36-yard line. Jones has Backman in his backfield again. Actually, that's Willauer Backman is out as a wide receiver to the left. They're going to slip it back here to Jayton Weigel. Weigel gets through a couple of would-be tacklers and takes it ahead to the 42-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Yeah, gain of 6, needed 19, so still a long way to go here for Norton. But as much time as you've been chewing off of this clock, I think you're in a position now where you got to keep your offense out on the field.
That's the first complete pass by Norton here in the second half. They did not have one in the third quarter. 4th down and 13 coming up. Football setting at the 42-yard line. They need to get across the 50 and all the way to the 45 southeast of Saline to keep this drive going. Big 4th down. Southeast crowd getting into it in front of us. Jones is going to roll out to the left. Lippold chasing from behind. Here's the pass that's swatted down. Gannon Jacobson makes the play at the 50, and I don't think Norton would have had it anyway. Would have taken an exceptional move to get that going up the field, and it's an incomplete pass. Gannon Jacobson now gets his offense out onto the field. What a play by the safety.
Yeah, Gannon came off of his receiver as soon as he saw the middle come open and the quarterback reared back to throw at Jones, and he timed that absolutely perfectly. Even if that ball is caught, they're still going to be 5 yards short of a first down. So turnover on downs once again for this Trojan defense to set up Gannon in the offense.
Short field here for southeast of Saline. They start out at the Norton 42-yard line. 28-7 our score, 11:03 left to go here in this one. It's a two-way regional contest in the West Bracket playoffs. Give to Gebhardt. He'll get to the line of scrimmage and then be stood up, tackled there, no gain on the play. Unofficially, Grady Gebhardt, 189 yards rushing tonight, 2 touchdowns.
No surprise, Eli Jones there once again coming up and making the tackle from that middle linebacker spot.
This is not a long series and a long kind of rivalry between Southeast and Norton. They just don't play a whole lot. They haven't played since 2006. It was the year after Southeast of Saline State Championship run in 2005. Norton ran into Southeast of Saline the next year. Southeast was undefeated that year too. Then Southeast lost the following week and was not able to repeat their state championship in 06. But Norton was one of the speed bumps in the way of that 2006 squad from Southeast of Saline. That's the last time these two teams played varsity football.
That play right there strung out. Grady had to break like 3 tackles 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Did everything he could. Eli Jones tried to come up and just lay a lick on him and didn't wrap up, and Grady bounced off and got back to the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd down and 10 is the only thing flying right now are these people's umbrellas in the stands.
The wind has shifted, so to speak.
The rain has not.
The rain has not stopped. 3rd down and 10 here. Gannon Jacobson takes a 5-step drop out of the shotgun. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to jump up and throw it. Maybe had a screen designed there, but Grady Gebhardt got caught up in the traffic and was unable to get out in the flat and make some space there. So now it's going to be 4th down for Southeast of Saline. That incomplete pass stops the clock. 9:31 left to go in this game. And we talk about the wind. You can see it really picking up now. Before the game, it was 15 to 20 miles per hour. I think right now it's more like 20 to 25, and it's blowing right in the face of Gannon Jacobson.
That was Gannon's only 2nd incompletion of the night.
Here's the punt on the quick kick. Melvin going back to receive it. He's going to take it at the 15. Now turn up field, and he has his clock cleaned. Holy gracious. Brody Chambers. Melvin was looking to cut back against the grain, and Brody Chambers was the grain.
Yeah, there was no cutting back right there. When you got a guy that size coming down that fast and you try to make a move, and Brody Chambers said, I think we're going to just plant you right here.
Whew.
Wow.
Brody's played well tonight. All these guys on defense have for Southeast of Saline. Canyon Douglas has had a lot of good plays. Grady's been all over the place. Gannon Jacobson had some great plays. Amarian Hollab had some. Where do I stop? Bryson Lippold has been super active tonight. Drew Weller's been active tonight. Wow. 9:23 left to go. They turn it over here to Norton, who goes to the I formation. Norton wants to run. And again, as I'm singing the praises of Brody Chambers, he says, talk about this one, why don't you? Another run for a loss. It's a loss of 2. Brody Chambers nearly beat the handoff to the running back that time.
Yeah, and when you're Brody Chambers, you get through and make that tackle, and you help the guy up you just tackled, plus the guy up off the offensive line that you just obliterated. Man, you're doing something. It's nice that 75's on our side of the field.
2nd down and 11. That'll get the clock moving once again here. Norton back to their 19-yard line. Here's the pitch out, and it's a reverse. They drop the football. It's on the turf. Southeast of Saline might have it. Getting up with the football, Brody Chambers. And who's going to argue with him? Why not? Brody just takes a takeaway and another fumble here in this game, this one by Norton.
Brody says, I'll make the tackle on special teams. I'll go ahead and make the first 2 tackles, and then just give me the football so we can get it back. What a string of 4 plays right there by number 75 and Brody Chambers. But, man, Norton's having to pull everything they can out of their pocket right now. The only thing that's coming out of their pocket are fumbles and flags at this point.
Boy, what a stand. You said there's 4 plays right there, 1 special teams, then a couple of offensive plays by Brody Chambers that really just set the tone here. Let's see what Southeast can do with it. They have it already in the Case IH red zone. Here's a give to Grady Gebhardt. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, has a tackler up around the neck once again. He's going to take him down to the 3. Good carry that time by Grady Gebhardt. It's 11 yards, and now unofficially lands him at 200 yards for the night.
And let's go back to the defense for a minute. You're talking about a Norton offense who scored 55, 47, 54, 50, 40. They're averaging 38 points a game, sitting at 7 right now.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Now you might see Southeast kind of pull back the accelerator a little bit right here. Still 15 on the play clock, just ticking in under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Just under 8 minutes, play clock down to 10. Gebhardt, right hip of Jacobson, Southeast of Saline with a first and goal situation at the 3. Fake to Gebhardt. Gannon has to get away from a tackler. He does. Now strings it out to the 12, and he's going to run it out of bounds.
Maybe would like to see him stay in bounds right there. Really nowhere to go. That was a design fake to Grady for him to run right up the middle, and there was nothing to do there. Yeah, you maybe would like to see him throw it away, but you had 3 linemen in the end zone blocking, so then you would get an illegal man downfield.
Good play there by Gannon Jacobson, stepping out of bounds at the 11. Be a loss of 8 on the play.
First final of the night, Class 2A Garden Plain 28, Phillipsburg, nothing.
A Phillipsburg team that gave this Norton team their only loss. The Owls are a wagon, as they say. Got to pay attention to them.
That they are.
Play clock down to 1 here. Jacobson waiting on the football. He gets it right in the nick of time. He wants to pass, looking left. Now comes to the back of the end zone. Malachi Hopkins, but a hand there by the Norton Blue Jays. In there to knock that one down for Norton was Derek Clydesdale.
Yeah, he wanted Tucker Thaxton over here in the corner, but he was guarded much better that time by Tice Melvin, and them two have just been in a battle all night long. It's now 3rd and goal from the 11.
An incomplete pass will stop the clock with 7:38 left to go. 28-7 our score. Southeast of Saline leading. This fourth quarter brought to you by our friends at Salina Septic Service. Boy, that wind is a different beast than what it was earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real bad now. Because it looks like they're possibly trying to find a dry I don't know, whatever. We're not starting the play clock. There's nothing going on here. Now we're going.
Gebhardt will leave the backfield. He'll sprint out left. Jacobson watching him. Now he goes inside, and it's going to be a touchdown to Thaxton. Grady Gebhardt came out of the backfield on a wheel route. Tucker Thaxton filled the slot right directly behind him. They had Thaxton that time lined up close to the line of scrimmage, almost as a lineman, Russ.
Yeah, they had Tucker Thaxton disguised over there on the far side, and that wheel route was intended for Grady Gebhardt to pull the defender out. And Tucker Thaxton, you give that up as a choice route, right? Run to where it's the open at. Grady cleared everything out. Tucker Thaxton sat down right at the hash. And by the time he caught it, Norton figured out he's already in the end zone.
Tucker Thaxton continues his really good senior season, scoring another touchdown for Southeast of Saline. For Thaxton, it's his 12th receiving touchdown of the year. Now trying to go for 2. Ball on the turf. It's going to be booted. Now picked up. Southeast still has it. And now a big hit there by Norton on Brody Chambers as he was the one that recovered the football and kept that one safe for Southeast of Saline. But Southeast gets 6 more points. 7:31 left to go here in the fourth. You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA and watching live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
7:31 remaining here in this game. Southeast of Saline puts up the first points of the second half, and it's an insurance touchdown, if you will, extending their lead out to 34-7. Once again, 7:31 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Just a 4-play drive right there as they get the turnover from Norton.
Malachi Hopkins kicking it away. He will do so down the middle of the field. Backman stopped and kind of hesitated. Then he's going to go forward to about the 29-yard line where he is stopped there by a couple of different Southeast of Saline players. Kendall Miniman, first one there to make contact for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, Kendall Minimum, came down and just barreled down on the return man right there. Good tackle, good open field tackle by an offensive lineman coming down there.
He has really played well all year on special teams, and he's forcing us to say his name a lot more here in the last 4 or 5 games. Second half of the season, he's been really good on special teams. Norton will start out here at their own 29-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left. Now they make it 4 with a running back going out there, and Evan Watkins is out there along with Kenyon Douglas. They're going to make a tackle for a short loss on the play.
Yeah, Evan Watkins got blocked on the last play that they tried to run in that similar fashion. That time he did not, and Melvin tried to make a move off of him, and then here come the leading tackler for this Southeast defense, and Kenyon Douglas laying the stick over there for no gain on the play.
Evan Watkins, one of those guys that's just kind of filled in at a linebacker spot and just done a really good job. Now look, Kenyon Douglas over here playing as a defensive back. He's going to be over here, one of the key guys to stop this Jones run as Eli Jones chased down from behind, and there once again is Evan Watkins along with Killian Vaughn.
Yeah, Killian Vaughn came far side of the field, unblocked over there, just tracked the Jones down from behind, and what an effort right there by Killian Vaughn. He ran 15, 20 yards across the field right there.
Vaughn still has that big cast on his left hand. We're guesstimating that probably cost him about 4 interceptions this year. He's been in the right place at the right time with that big cast on. Here's a little slip screen, running back out of the backfield. It was Fahnensteel, wasn't looking, and Jones just throws this one away at his feet. It's 4th down.
Yeah, Jones wanted no part of waiting any longer for that play to develop as now Norton looks like they're bringing on the punt team and maybe a little bit of throwing in the wet towel here.
6:09 left to go. 34-7 is our score. Thaxton and Jacobson will go back deep here for Southeast of Saline. Might be the lightest that the rain's been since this game has started.
What the?
Norton just shifted out of the punt formation. They're going to draw a procedure flag here, I believe. Or not. Might be on Southeast. Offsides on Southeast.
Well, it looked like the guy on the line of scrimmage came out of his stance to...
So this 4th and 7 will go to a 4th and 2, and now Norton's going to go for it.
Yeah, it looked like Drew Weller might have got caught right there as they sent everybody in motion. We'll see how well this works out for Norton, bringing their offense back out on the field.
4th and 2 from the 34. Excuse me, the 37. Two receivers left, one to the right. Backs in the I formation. Eli Jones ducks under center, wants to run the option, pitches it out to the tailback near side. He has the first down. Then he's going to be popped out of bounds by Tucker Thaxton just short of the 45-yard line. They'll give him the 44, and that will be a gain of 7 to Tyler Backman.
Yeah, and they didn't want to run that sneak right there as Southeast brought both linebackers up right in the A-gap and just filled everything right there. And they were able to run the option, and Backman able to get to the outside to pick up the first down.
Backman averages about 75 yards a game rushing, has 9 touchdowns on the year. That 7 yards got him to 14 yards on the night.
I'm not good at math, but that's not enough.
44-yard line is the spot. The Southeast defense, after that scoring drive that Norton got, they've been playing lights out. And here's an interception that's dropped. Went off the left shoulder pad of Malachi Hopkins. He knew where that ball was going. The Norton receiver did not.
Yeah, the Norton receiver was 20 yards away from it. He hadn't even turned around to look for the ball yet. Malachi had a read on that, might have overrun it. Bounced off his shoulder pad.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Norton. The clock stops after that incomplete pass. 5:29 left to go. Again, stick with us here on KINA, 10 until 11 o'clock tonight. It's the High School Football Scoreboard Show. Eric Peterson will take you on a tour around the state, let you know who's still going in the playoffs in their respective classes. Also give you scores from last night. There were no 2A games last night. They're all tonight on the docket. He will catch you up on all that. That's coming up from 10 until 11 o'clock tonight on KINA, brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. Jones back to pass once again, wants to go left side again, and over there on coverage is Kenyon Douglas, and that will be incomplete as well. Jones now passing the football, 5 of 11 this evening.
A couple end of third quarter scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Osage City still 14-0 over St. Mary's. That's another Osage City team out on the east side of the bracket that is a powerhouse.
Threw a flag down here on that play. They're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct against Norton. I'm not sure what happened there. It was near the line of scrimmage, but this is going to cost the Blue Jays and back them up, Russ.
Usually an unsportsmanlike conduct was, you're running your mouth a little bit too much. And if you look at the scoreboard at 34-7, not sure I'd run my mouth any more than what's been run already on the field.
Norton will back up here. Back to the 34. 5:22 left to go. Busy day tomorrow here on campus. It's senior day for the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes. Tyler Henry will have all that action for you. Pregame starting at noon here on KINA. Back to the 29 here. Jones takes the snap. Want to go short side of the field. He's going to shovel it inside to Willauer, and Willauer running free. He's out across the 40, out across the 50. First down, Norton. He'll make it into Trojan territory, and a nice little play there. Just kind of a sprint out to the right-hand side. We see the Chiefs do that a lot, and he shoveled it inside to Willauer, who was able to go against the grain and get a big, big chunk of yardage.
Yeah, it was almost like a trap play right there. It was set up well. Offensive line sold it, pulled a guard around to the right side, and they just handed it off to Willauer. Big man just going down the field. Big play right there for Norton.
28 yards for Logan Willauer.
You can draw up all the plays, but you got to execute, and that's what Norton did right there.
First down now. They are in the southeast of Saline territory at the 37-yard line.
You're going to get a false start right here on the right guard for Norton. So big play, now a penalty to follow that on first down.
This is a Norton team. Remember, they were trailing Beloit in district play by 7 points pretty much that whole game. Came back and won 14-7 in the fourth quarter. Then they stubbed their toe against Phillipsburg in district play, ended up slipping to the 3rd seed. That's why they're the 9 when they come into the district in Class 2A, and that's why they're here tonight. This is a matchup that a lot of people thought probably should have been on down the line in district play in the next week or two, not tonight. But it is tonight. And southeast of Salina, I think, has done a good job handling the conditions, having to come in town again, playing at Kansas Wesleyan, playing a really good team here in the second round in Week 10. Trojans looking to move on to the next round.
In the next round, you'll get the winner of Hoisington Haven. At the end of the third, Hoisington takes the lead 16-14.
That's been a wild game. Second down and 15.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app.
Intercepted. Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson takes it away for southeast of Saline's defense. It's the 7th interception of the season for the southeast defenders. And Gannon Jacobson gets one for southeast.
Yeah, and Eli Jones thought he had a read right there. And he did have an open player, except for he didn't see Gannon Jacobson coming in from his safety position off the near side of the field, came in and just scooped that one off the turf. 3:49 left to go here in this game, and Gannon gets the ball back to this Trojan offense.
See who comes in and who stays out on the field for southeast of Saline. Looks like they're going to keep first-team offense out there and try to put this one to bed. 3:49 left to go. Gebhardt directly behind Jacobson. Gannon takes it. He's going to give it to Grady. Big hole left side. Grady comes through as a first down. 40, 45. Still on his feet. Puts a hand down. Comes across the 50 and gets to the 49-yard line in Norton territory. What a carry that time by Grady Gebhardt of 20 yards.
Yeah, great job on that left side where it's been all night. We saw it early and often in that first half that the left side of that offensive line doing whatever they at will over there with the Norton defense. And how about that? Who was the last player out there lead blocking? Brody Chambers again out in front of that pack.
It's got to feel good as a running back. You're 15 yards downfield and you're looking for a friend. Oh, there's number 75. Still doing some work downfield.
Yeah, I'm going to make a lot of he's going to be my best friend if I'm on that side of the ball.
First down and 10, clock down to 3:05, 5 seconds left on the play clock. Loaded up on the right-hand side, they slip it to Gebhardt again. Counters back to the left, has another southeast of Saline first down. Nope, they're going to spot him a yard short, 9 yards on first down for Grady Gebhardt. And 25th carry of the night.
And obviously we're not going to get to talk to Mitch Gebhardt after this game, but him and I in our conversations we've had in the games throughout the year, the first thing he's going to say is the offensive line. Because your quarterback's not going to have time to throw. Grady Gebhardt tonight just running behind really that left side, and it's really been all of them for Southeast tonight. Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, Brody Chambers, Kendall Minimum. Saw Garrett Kuhn get in there. Trey Drogy's been in there as well. What a job tonight up front.
First time I can report tonight, there's little to no rain falling right now here on this game. Gebhardt has the fake from Jacobson. Gannon's going to keep it. Comes to the left-hand side. There's a flag on the play. Gannon worked his tail off to get about 3 yards. Got the first down, but they're going to call a hold on southeast of Saline.
And that's a hold you don't like to see. It's on the far side of the field over there that really had nothing to do with the play. Like you said, Gannon did everything he could to get that first down, but it's going to be negated by a holding penalty.
Kenyon Douglas just scared the rain out of me. He was down and he's tying his shoe. Holding here on southeast of Saline. They'll have to back the Trojans up a little bit, but right now, southeast just in kill clock mode with 2:05 left to go.
Yeah, and the clock will wind back up here, so you can wind this down well under 2 minutes here and sustain this drive and put this game away and get on to next week. I don't believe that Haven-Hoisington game will be over by the time we sign off tonight.
Well, that's why you listen to Eric Peterson on the high school scoreboard show.
He'll tell us.
Yep. Pitch out, right-hand side. Gebhardt wants to find a crease. He does find a crease. Gets tripped up, but he's still going to get a first down as he is taking the football to the 35-yard line. And just as soon as I open my big mouth, it starts raining again.
Yeah, and Grady, that was a sweep designed to go outside, and Grady took 2 steps, planted that right foot in the ground. The offensive line did such a good job blocking to the right that he had to cut that one back up inside and gets all the yards back from the previous hold and brings up another first down, and I think Southeast now can go into that victory formation.
Down to the 36-yard line. Southeast of Saline will go under center for the first time in this game. 1:10 left on the clock as the Southeast crowd salutes their Trojans. A quick knee there by Gannon Jacobson. We'll have to do it one more time. Southeast of Saline will go to 11-0. Norton will end their season at 8-2. And Southeast of Saline goes to 11-0 for the 5th consecutive season. 10-0.
Yeah, just a phenomenal job really in all aspects of the game tonight as Gannon's going to get that last snap and take a knee, and that'll do it, Devin. And what a performance. We talked about last week may have been the best game we've seen these teams play. I think tonight was the best defensive game we've seen.
Yeah, the offense has been on fire the last 2 weeks. We talked about that 2 weeks ago, 550 yards of offense. Last week, 551 of offense. Tonight, though, I feel like it was all about the defense. The offense got you off to a quick start with those first 2 drives, put 14 on the board. But then it's almost like they just handed it off to the defense and said, guys, here you go. And they did their job tonight. 34-7, the victory. Southeast of Saline moves to 10-0 on the season, and now they start eyeballing the next round of either Hoisington or Haven, and that will be on Southeast of Saline's home field, hopefully on Friday If not, it will be in Saline County somewhere where we know. So southeast of Saline has home field advantage. When we come back here on the postgame report, we'll go over final stats from this one. We'll give a last check to the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, and we'll also go over scoring plays as well. Brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine in Salina. It's a Trojan victory, 34-7. Postgame begins now, and it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
At Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Mowry Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Mowry Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Time for the Trojan postgame show on KINA Sports. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan football on KINA.
Back here on postgame, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a big Trojan victory, 34-7 over the Norton Blue Jays. And going over a few stats right now for southeast of Saline. Again, not like southeast of Saline caliber numbers offensively. We talked about them going well over 500 yards, more in the 550 range the last two games. Tonight just 324, but it's their defense that really did the job today. And I'll give you the Norton numbers first so you can see just how good the southeast of Saline defense was as we go through the Norton Blue Jays numbers. Eli Jones tonight throwing the football had 5 completions, 11 attempts. He also had 26 yards passing. No touchdowns, no interceptions. The only Norton touchdown came on Eli Jones running the football. It was his 3rd carry of the night, and he ended up with 11 carries, 32 yards in that touchdown. Logan Willauer, 5 carries, 38 yards. Also 10 carries, 14 yards by Tyler Backman. 2 carries for 12 yards for Brennan Fahnensteel. Receiving, Tice Melvin was the main receiver tonight. 4 catches, 20 yards. Also Jayton Weigel had a catch of 6 yards. Norton's final numbers tonight, and I want you to really pay attention to this. Norton had 64 yards rushing, 26 yards passing, a total of 90 offensive yards. On the season, they averaged 363 yards a game. Tonight, that Trojan defense held them to 90.
Yeah, and, they were big. They've held teams. We've seen the defensive play that can be there from this group of young men this year. But you and I talked about it last week after the game on the ride home. That may have been the best offensive performance we have seen from this group this year. And tonight, a team averaging 363 yards of offense and you hold them to 90, there's no better time than to keep getting better than in the first and the second round of the playoff. And the offensive line, I think, was phenomenal all night. I mean, there's no surprise there. They've been great all year. Gannon doesn't really get sacked, doesn't have a lot of pressures. Granted, tonight they ran the ball a lot, but when they needed him to have time, he had time.
Yeah, Gannon Jacobson tonight, when we flip the chart and look at the Southeast of Saline offensive numbers for tonight, not a lot of passing. Just like last week, he was 8 of 9. Here tonight, he's 5 of 8 in a pouring downpour. 5 of 8, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. One to Malachi Hopkins. That was 20 yards. That was Malachi's only catch. Also 4 passes that were caught by Tucker Thaxton. One of those, 11 yards for a touchdown. Thaxton tonight ends up with 4 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. The bell cow tonight was Grady Gebhardt, 26 carries unofficially, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Gannon Jacobson tonight had 7 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Also 2 yards for Canyon Douglas in this game. Southeast of Saline's final numbers, 262 yards on the ground, 62 yards in the air, a total of 324 yards of total offense. Those are your final numbers on the offensive side for Southeast of Saline and Norton, brought to you by our friends at the Bank of Tesket. Let's go over now scoring recap, brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Visit Dr. Westbrook at a sports injury walk-in clinic every Monday through Thursday. If you feel something a little strange when you're out jogging in the rain, or maybe just got an ankle that's been bothering you lately, go to Dr. Andrew Westbrook at the Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Grady Gebhardt got things started. It was a 2-play drive and a 13-yard run. Grady Gebhardt got into the end zone. Gannon Jacobson found Caden Berrigan for the 2-point conversion, and Southeast of Saline on their first drive of the game after just 2 plays led 8-0. Norton then would fumble the ensuing kickoff. And then Southeast of Saline's offense went back to work again. Grady Gebhardt, a 15-yard run on a 3-play drive. No 2-point conversion this time for Southeast, but the Trojans still led 14-0. Norton would get on the board with 2:01 left to go in the first quarter, a 14-play drive. Eli Jones would go in from 17 yards away, and also actually his 17th touchdown of the season. It was a 3-yard run. Jones would get the extra point on a kick and draw back to within 7, 14-7 our score. Southeast of Saline would take over in the second quarter with 8:44 left to go. A 10-play drive would put Gannon Jacobson in the end zone on a pass to Malachi Hopkins of 20 yards. 2-point conversion would miss once again. Southeast would extend their lead to 20-7. 1:19 left to go before halftime. An 11-play drive. Gannon Jacobson on a 5-yard run. 2-point conversion was also a Gannon 2-yard run, and a 28-7 halftime score. Third quarter, nothing. Norton turned it over on downs to start at the Southeast 36-yard line, but then Southeast of Saline driving would fumble at the 11-yard line, and we would vacate the third quarter with no points on the board. Southeast of Saline would get some points, though, at 7:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. An insurance score, if you will. Gannon Jacobson to Tucker Thaxton. 11 yards out, no 2-point conversion. 34-7 is our final. Southeast of Saline now on the season, 10-0 after a 34-7 victory here. Norton 8-2 on the season. Norton, a good season for them. And this game, I just keep thinking about it. All the statewide people, all the people from the outside looking in at this bracket, wondering how we could end up with a Norton Southeast of Saline matchup here in week number 10. That's what we had. That's what we watched. And the Southeast Trojans were up for the appointment.
Yeah, and, it really started, right away. Really the only thing that Southeast lost tonight was the coin toss. And then they get the ball, and, Grady Gebhardt breaks the first play of the game. And, that kind of set the tone for the whole night, honestly, with, the running, the rushing, the offensive line. And then you get the score the next play later, you kick off, Norton fumbles, you score again, and in the blink of an eye, under 2 minutes, you're up 14-0 before Norton even knows that the game started. So Southeast starting off, you couldn't have started off the game any better. We've seen them have slow starts here recently. We talked about it the last 3 games of the regular season. They didn't score in the first quarter. And then they broke that wide open last week, obviously, with Larned. But, Devin, I think you and I will be in agreement, as we are most of the time on this game, but what a game for the defense.
Yeah, there were people, I was starting to go through them, and I wasn't doing them justice, and I wasn't doing myself any favors because I would have had to name all of them, right?
Yeah.
We're sitting there talking about people, and it's somebody different every single game, it seems like, but your constants are the guys up front. We just keep talking about Bryson Lippold, Drew Weller, Deacon Bear, Brody Chambers, and the guys are filling in behind them, too. And it's such a joy to watch. Gannon Jacobson probably had one of his best nights at safety tonight that I've seen this season. He was really, really good last year as a sophomore, made some plays that really stuck out, led the team in interceptions last year. But he was good tonight. Just, settling for an incomplete pass, that was good enough, in his safety spot. But we didn't talk about this Norton passing game. We didn't talk about this Norton rushing game as far as the long runs. Longest run they had tonight was 20 yards by their quarterback, Eli Jones. And it's just one of those games that the linebackers did their job, the front line did their job, the defensive backs were doing their job, and we talked about it. This Norton team averages 363 yards of offense every single game. They were held to 90 tonight, and I think that's the big takeaway for this game here in this Kansas Wesleyan field that will be used once again tomorrow for Senior Day for the Coyotes. Of course, we'll have that game for you right here on KINA. We'll also have Kansas Wesleyan basketball coming up tomorrow. Russ and I are going to go to Sioux City, Iowa now and do some Kansas Wesleyan basketball tomorrow. That starts at 1 o'clock with the girls, also 3 o'clock for the boys, and that will be on KG Prime FM. But for tonight, it's another Trojan victory. We want to remind you to stick around for the scoreboard show. Eric Peterson will take you around the state of Kansas for a full hour, 10 until 11 o'clock, give you an update on all the classes and who is advancing on, give you an update on those brackets as well. It's a full hour of high school football recap, and it's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight again for bringing you Southeast of Saline Trojan football, not only on the radio here on KINA, but also online, SalinaPostSports.com. You can watch that game anytime you want on YouTube, and it was presented tonight by Asaria Oil and Hardware. Once again, it's a Trojan victory. They live on and will fight another week coming up next Friday night. 10-0 on the season after a 34-7 victory over the Norton Blue Jays. For Chris Cadle helping out at Studio Central, Brian Dennett with the video, Russ Kossel, my name's Devin Haney. Thank you for joining us where it's another Trojan victory tonight. 34-7, Southeast of Saline wins it over Norton.